ETFinalScore.com has East Texas high school sports covered. And now you can take it with you. Get the latest scores from Friday Night Football, articles and videos. Focus in on .me photo galleries and more. So don't miss a thing and get your ETFinalScore.com app today.
It was in December '89 I stayed until April of '90.
Okay.
But the actual Just Cause ended from December to January. I think we went off into January or February was the actual end of it. I went to Saudi Arabia in September of '90.
Okay.
And came back in February of '91. I was threatened if I'd said anything that we had done in Saudi Arabia, they would kick me out, and I wasn't going to keep quiet. I was thinking about a bunch of things that happened over there, and I was told that if I opened my mouth, I would be gone. At first I was just talking actually just people outside the squadron, social actions, IG, which is Inspector General. I was writing a letter to Congress.
Oh.
If I'd known anything about the media, I'd have gone to the media stations. They would have grabbed the story completely.
Yeah.
That everybody else decided that it was in their best interest to say nothing about me and remove me as quickly as possible from the military. It was more or less extreme things that were just wrong: sexual assaults, sexual harassment.
Okay.
People being put out on shifts without any weapons in the middle of war.
Oh, gee.
Things that pretty much not only put their life in danger, but also put everybody else's life in danger at the time.
Okay.
Just for punishment reasons. When they kicked me out, they kicked me out under what is called 3910 discharge.
Okay.
Minor disciplinary infractions, which means you didn't do anything bad, we just want you out.
Okay.
And it's like your pretty much your coverall of you could do any little tiny itty bitty things wrong.
Okay.
And when they continually trump up, they go, oh, they're minor. It's a pattern of infractions. And so I was given an general under honorable condition discharge. I wasn't given an honorable. That one, you don't get your GI Bill. You don't get. Pretty much your benefits are pretty much. You fight for them. You're not handed them at all, and some of them you don't get at all. So I fought my discharge, and got it upgraded to honorable. And things that I got in trouble for were I missed a squadron run, training run, because they told me I didn't have to be there, but they said I had to be there. That I was misinformed.
Wow.
I supposedly lost a bunch of ammunition that all of a sudden came up being found in my supervisor's house. I missed a curfew that nobody told anybody about. Oh, I squealed my tires on a gate when the car itself had been what they call redlined. It wasn't supposed to be driven anyways. And I asked them just to drive it for that night because I wanted a vehicle. And they said, okay, but you need to do this and this and that and this and that. And I said, okay, no big deal. And then the best one, I got an Article 15, which is real bad. I got that for not watering and cleaning my dog's kennel the day I went to the hospital. But, with the statements that I had that said that I had done it, they decided that they had lied. The people who I didn't know, who had no connection to me, had lied. And the military, and that's the thing, the military can do that. Commanders have the absolute rule. You can have all the stuff you can have a person sitting next to you saying, no, I was there when she did it, because I did. And he can say, well, I don't believe you. She deserves it anyways. That is, I believe that's one of the big things about women in the military that most people don't understand. There are many a times I was told, you either be quiet or you're not coming back on this mission.
Wow.
And you know what? That's not a threat, that's a promise.
Yeah.
And sometimes being quiet's a good thing. I kind of like my life. I had 3 TBIs, so I have cognitive difficulties. The first one I was, during training, I was drug off a cliff with my dog.
Oh my God.
and ended up stopping at the bottom by smacking into a log. Another one, I was tossed off the back of a Humvee and ended up concrete. And the third one, I don't really know what happened because I can't remember that day. But I was in the bathroom, and they said I fell, but there's pretty much no reason I would have fallen because it's not slippery, it's not this and that. I pretty much think I just kind of, I probably had what they call an epileptic seizure, that you don't go into seizing, you just go unconscious. Some days are really good, like some days people wouldn't even notice anything wrong. Other days, if I tried to spell the word of, I would sit there for hours and couldn't figure it out.
Wow.
And so it's very, very frustrating. I used to be an expert shot. I have the awards for expert shot on all my weapons, and I have no depth perception now. Well, I have very little. So when something's a little bit away from me, I can't tell the actual distance. I get migraines with the Gulf War syndrome. I have rashes that are unknown, intestinal problems from parasites I've gotten, the chemicals, the ones that they gave us in the military, the pills over in Saudi Arabia that were supposed to help us out, totally screwed up my whole female system. The big thing I think about it is the military will not tell you what you were exposed to. So you have no idea to go online and say, I was exposed to this, you have these symptoms, but you don't have any reference to say, what can I take for a symptom? When you get out, nobody tells you where to go.
Yeah.
The only way you find out about any of your benefits, or you find out what's wrong with you, back then it was to find another veteran. Now you can go online and there's at least veterans groups that you can connect to. But the VA system is gonna, it's been 20 years and I'm still fighting three injuries. Because they have this thing where all of a sudden your records are missing. And when your records are missing, go ahead and prove that. When I got out of the military, my records were so messed up they didn't even have me overseas. And I asked for my medals, and they said, we don't think you were overseas.
Oh, wow.
Prove it. How are you supposed to prove?
Yeah.
Here's my plane ticket. There are no plane tickets. You went military the whole way.
Oh, gosh.
And so you do your orders. Usually you have orders. My orders, because they were classified, say from Dyess Air Force Base to asterisk, 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 back to Dyess Air Force Base. Where'd you go? I went to asterisk. All they are is little dashes.
Yeah.
Because they were classified and nobody could know where we went
Wow.
at the time.